To a Nerds podcast. All things nerds, music, horror movies, pro wrestling, video games, anything nerds would like.
Okay, I'm just going to start talking. Normally I haven't done any episodes like this. I normally do episodes consist of, interview fans and, professional wrestlers. Hopefully there's someone, some kind of artist thing. I'm not very, I'm just, my gripe and this particular topic, everyone talked about it far, but it's the fact that it's happened so many times. I feel like I don't want to rail on WWE. I really don't care because I don't watch as much as I used to. But it's come to my attention. There's so many potential professional wrestlers, superstars, have been getting let go for whatever reason. I mean, some you can say that they're not really utilizing them. They don't value them as much. But there's some that they have that clearly, I don't know, maybe they don't know what they're doing. I don't know. I don't know what is going on. And they keep saying, budget cuts. But they keep cutting the most essential person, the reason why we're watching. And there's nothing against, workers behind the scenes and people, everyone needs their job. But it's the fact that they're literally cutting people constantly, that the reason why you're watching. I mean, let's give one example. They got rid of Braun Strowman. And I know Braun Strowman, you can say, wasn't a very good wrestler. He wasn't a good, promo person. But whose fault was that? I mean, you plucked him from NXT where he shouldn't have had left so early. You put him in the Wyatt family, which was cool. If he had stayed there, if you had to utilize the Wyatt family like they should have been utilized, then he probably would have grown better. And then, they cut the goofy split brands with, red and blue goofiness, what no one really cares about. And then you have him, superhero, whatever nonsense. His promos isn't that great. And he's still green. But then you make him super strong and indestructible. And you could have left him in the Wyatt family. Well, y'all just grouped the Wyatt family so much it doesn't make any difference. And all the Wyatt people, you gave them nothing to do. And then you rebrand Bray Wyatt to whatever, which I'm going to get into in a second. But with him, it seemed like maybe he pissed off someone backstage. I don't know. I don't know what the inner workings of WWE is. But it seems like it's a consistency of, you're stepping on eggshells, or maybe you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Maybe someone's speaking up for you. They shouldn't be speaking up for you. Who knows? But it's astonishing how many times that this person or some person let go. But it was shocking that when Bray Wyatt got let go. Not Bray Wyatt, Braun Strowman. I know that it shouldn't have been a big deal, but Braun Strowman was a main eventer. He beat, ARP Goldberg. That match shouldn't have happened either. And then, before that, he was indestructible. And then he gets taken out by one F5, so that means nothing. He was doing his own promos that was making him more lamer. He was a heel, babyface like Big Show. None of that mattered. And then he went against Bray Wyatt again, and that didn't mean anything either. And then Sister Abigail, I thought that, Alexa Bliss going to be Sister Abigail. I don't know how any of that stuff's going to work. But then, I guess after all the constant, flipping back and forth and all the stupid stuff, I guess they felt he was not valuable anymore. But, you shouldn't have pulled him out to begin with. I mean, that was one person. And then you have the most shocking one recently, Bray Wyatt. I am surprised they used the excuse budget cuts. It's pretty ballsy. He must have made Vince McMahon or someone mad backstage. Someone. There's no way they got rid of him because of budget cuts. I'm not buying that. you get rid of mid card or lower mid card or whatever budget cuts. You don't get rid of main eventers. You're not gonna get rid of Randy Orton, or you're getting rid of you know, well, John Cena doesn't work there no more. I don't know who the main eventer is besides Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. Maybe the Usos. I mean, I'm surprised, but they have a storyline. But then again, so did Aleister Black, so that didn't stop them from letting him go. So who knows what the rules are? I'm not saying that Jimmy Uso, or whatever, one of the brothers who got constant DUIs, I'm not saying they should fire him. I'm just saying it's pretty surprising. So what did they do backstage that make them let go? I mean, so many people over the year that have been constant, have been their contracts, you know, they're not, you know, obligating their contract. You know, when AEW was first constructed, they were trying to double up everyone's contract to keep people from staying, just so they can fire them later. So who knows what the reason is. You know, I don't really have a major thing. This is more like a short clip of me venting because I don't understand why WWE is constantly doing this. You know, they're going to lose fans. They constantly keep saying budget cuts because eventually people will go like, well, we're going to cut you because clearly you're cutting the rug up under the main stars that should be there. I mean, Aleister Black was a gold mine, and you ruined him. You know, you had Braun Strowman, you ruined him. You had, you know, you had so many people. Andrade, I can't pronounce his name. He was a gold mine, and I guess his English wasn't very good. I'm surprised that Shinsuke Nakamura is still there. I mean, so many people. The ones that became the Good Brothers, they had nothing for him. Dax Harwood and whatever. They're basically Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson revamped. Not a bad thing. I'm just saying they're the closest to the Four Horsemen you're going to get in this era. And they still nothing for them either. So what is the criteria for WWE? And don't say it's like it's what's the name? It's they're trying to cut costs. Because you didn't have live shows. You did, you know, LED screens. You did things that you probably should have done before anyway. So who knows what's keeping them. But I know one thing. If AEW can basically construct storylines and actually utilize and make, you know, better, you know, whatever they're doing, they can be a threat. Right now, WWE, they're not going to get beat, but it's still like, come on, dudes, you're killing me. Why are you doing this? Well, you know, with the Bray Wyatt thing, it's the most shocking thing. Because I'd assume he was out, you know, on leave for whatever, rest or whatever. I never thought that they were getting rid of him. But I don't think he's going to AEW anytime soon. But if he does, I think he has a better chance of, you know, revamping him as a person. I don't think it's going to be anywhere near like the Bray Wyatt character. He's probably going to have to fight to get his copyrights, kind of like, you know, Matt Hardy did with Impact Wrestling. They're not going to give it up. So I hope, you know, 9 months from now, a year from now, that hope he can restart his career and hope he can find something better in another promotion. You know, I'm not saying he has to go to AEW. He can go to New Japan if he wants to. If he wants to continue wrestling. I think it's just, I don't care. It's old now. You know, you try to watch, you know, WWE and you're hoping that they will, you know, bring it home and, you know, stop with the foolishness and the boring 3 hours of nonsense. But it's not fair because I'm not a story writer. I'm not, you know, in the business of professional wrestling. I'm just a fan. So my opinion means nothing. I'm just the many other people who are bitching, complaining about why WWE is doing what they do. It's just old. You know, maybe if they could just do something and stop making excuses. You know, Bray Wyatt, I guarantee you, had amazing ideas for his character, and a lot of people didn't see it that way. A lot of people didn't want whatever his version of the character, because don't tell me it was too dark, because Alexa Bliss was standing between a pentagram, or the witch, whatever the version of the sorcery, incarnation of whatever's version. I don't know, maybe pentagram, who cares? You had that, so don't give me that garbage. But it is what it is. I'm not going to cry about it. He doesn't need my, me, railing for him, because I'm premature. Financially, he'll be okay. He has his family, everything. So, I guess, I might come back later tonight or whatever and vent again. But for right now, I'll be signing off, and zombie sound effects. Goodbye.